Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of Anime Review. Today, we're back at it again. I finally finished ReZero, the second season. That was kind of rough, not gonna lie. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, we're already season 3, episode 8, which is pretty crazy. To be honest, I thought we would be done with season 3 by the end of the summer, which we very well maybe. I'm not sure. It took me much longer to get this one out than I thought it would be, just because it took me a while to watch this. But yeah, the next episode, again, might take a little bit because I'm watching One Piece. I've been kind of slow watching One Piece. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, 61 episodes for the first arc, or not arc, but the first, not arc, but the first saga, I guess, the East Blue saga. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and watch that. I'm gonna be starting some other shows too, which I think I'm gonna watch Tokyo Revengers and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Those are two shows I want to check out. Now that I have Crunchyroll, which I don't know if I told you guys, but my brother and I are paying for Crunchyroll, and yeah, so we got a few more shows that we can watch, check out. So yeah, I'm excited to start watching some more stuff that previously wasn't available to me. But yeah, there's gonna be some more episodes of Anime Review coming at some point, but freaking One Piece, man, it'll take a minute. But I'm gonna get there. That's like the next thing I'm gonna really binge, or at least try to. But yeah, before I do get started, I slipped up. Today, I went to BAM. It's August 3rd, so we got a bunch of new manga releases today. I wasn't going to be getting some of the stuff that I got today, just because, I was going to wait a little bit, but I picked up a few things. Also, my brother got something manga, which is pretty cool. He's starting his own manga collection. He already has a few volumes, but he said he's really going to start getting some more manga now. But yeah, I've got some even more volumes that we're going to be covering, or not covering, but showing you guys in this massive haul, which is coming very soon, hopefully. So yeah, anyways, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's just get right into this anime review. Okay, so ReZero Season 2. One thing, first off, that I thought was interesting is on Crunchyroll and alright, so when I first watched Season 1, I watched it on HBO Max, and it combined 2 episodes, I guess. So each episode was almost an hour long, and there was 14 hour-long episodes, and that's what I thought it was supposed to be like that. But on Crunchyroll, I checked on there, and I was kind of confused because the way they have it set up is each episode is individual. So I was confused at first, but then I realized maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not really sure, but ReZero Season 2 on both platforms were just single episodes. So yeah, I watched the majority of Season 2 on HBO Max, and then I got Crunchyroll and watched the last few episodes on Crunchyroll. So yeah, but one of the reasons why I had such a hard time getting through ReZero Season 2 was just the beginning of that second season. It starts off, coming off the hype of that first season. The ending was crazy. Coming off the hype of that, it was really slow, slow start. And to be honest, it didn't get good until halfway through, in my opinion. It was just so repetitive. Everything with the Sanctuary, Subaru being in the Sanctuary for 13 episodes or something like that. And then he'll leave and then die and then come back to the Sanctuary. And he was the stuff with the trials too, it was just so freaking boring. So that's the reason why it took me so long watching it. Maybe I shouldn't have watched season 2 right after watching season 1, because I felt like maybe me getting burnt out on just watching ReZero, like purely ReZero, that may have also been a factor. But I feel like if the beginning of season 2 wasn't so freaking boring, me getting burnt out on that show wouldn't have been a problem. So yeah, season 2 did not have an excellent start. Like the first half was just so repetitive. It was like everything was just taking place in the sanctuary, and all that crap was just, oh man, it was just so freaking boring. I don't even know how else to put it. But once the story started to heat up, once I can't remember what episode it is. It's like maybe episode 12 or 13 or 14, somewhere around there. There's an episode when Subaru makes a deal with Roswell, and they like start like this competition thing. That right there is the turning point, and that's when the plot gets good. Like everything finally starts to go right, and Subaru's master plan goes into motion. I guess everything before may have just been like a build up to that, but the build up was rough. Like, yeah. But anyway, at that point, it was really good. So the stuff where he goes back to the mansion, has to get Beatrice back. Also, the fight with what's his name, Garf, and like Amelia finally doing the freaking trial. Like, it took her so long to finally step up and do it. All that, finally we were getting through. The Amelia flashback stuff in the trials was also pretty boring. We make connections to that one dude from season 1, Sloth or whatever, the witch's cult guy that turned into like a weird spider. We get his backstory. Apparently, like, Amelia was friends with him or something, and like her aunt, who was like her mom, was there, and they were like low-key dating, but not really. It was a whole thing. It gave some interesting backstory, but again, I feel like they lingered on it for like too long. Like, all that stuff lasted like 3 or 4 episodes, and again, kind of got boring. I was ready to get back into whatever Subaru was doing. And yeah, overall, like, the whole Witch's Tea Party stuff was interesting, but kind of boring too. Like, Echidna and all that. Echidna is definitely like just I want to say annoying. She's probably like the worst out of all of the witches, to be honest. I feel like she's just bland as a character. I felt like all the other all the other witches, even in their designs, were far more unique. Like the witch of, what was it? It wasn't Lust. It was it? The one with like the blindfolds and like the weird robot body. I thought that was cool. And the Witch of Wrath was cool. I think that may have been the Witch of Sloth. No. What was it? It wasn't the Witch of Envy or Greed. Wrath, it wasn't Wrath or Lust. It wasn't Sloth. It was the Witch of Pride, I think. I'm going through the list of the 7 deadly sins, and that's another thing. 7 deadly sins. I always love like when animes or really anything, they personify the 7 deadly sins. They did it in obviously the show 7 Deadly Sins. They did it in Full Metal Alchemist. I'm trying to think what else they did it in. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I love it when series do that. Just like the biblical reference, but also like just seeing how they're personified is really interesting. And they always have like sort of a twist on it. Everybody does the same thing, but it's like they have their own original twist on it, which I really like. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And that goes along with like new characters that we get introduced to, like Garfield, Garfield, and his sister, whose name I don't remember. You guys know I'm terrible with names. Who might, like I was saying before, Rem is best girl, probably, but Garf's sister, I don't know. That might be second place. Might be over Amelia. I'm not sure yet. Like, is she top tier? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But I mean, I forget her name, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we get a lot of new characters in this. We get the one chick from like the first episode returns, like the weird assassin lady returns, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff with new characters we get and like returning characters. And one thing that I thought was really cool that they lingered on, which not lingered on, but covered, that I wondered myself was how, so when Subaru dies, obviously he gets reset, but it showed like different realities where he dies and like what happens after he dies, like what everybody else around him is doing, because they don't get reset, they're like within like their own timeline, I guess. And so like everybody else that witnesses his death, what happens afterwards. So he gets insight into like everybody else's reaction to his death, and I thought that was pretty cool. The second half though is like I said, is when it started to really heat up, with the whole mansion fire thing and the massive battle that took place. They finally got Garf on their side, and we get progress on Amelia and Subaru, which is cool, I guess. Again, don't know what the crap Subaru is doing with Amelia. I mean, like I said in the past, I respect it, you know, respectable choice. She was the OG, like, she was with him since the beginning. That makes sense. But Rem, though. And before we even get further, Rem was asleep the entire season. Even, like, when the season ended, like, at the knighting ceremony thing, she was still in a wheelchair freaking sleeping. Like Kirito in the entire, like, fourth season of, Sword Art Online. Except even worse, because at least Kirito woke up at the end. Like, Rem's just sleeping the entire time. And one thing I noticed, a bit of a plot hole, if you will, is when Ram first, like, because Rem got her whole thing erased, like, her existence is erased, and nobody knows who Ram is, or Rem, rather. And Ram is like, I don't have a sister. What are you talking about? But what I don't understand is Ram, earlier in season 1, explained to Subaru, she was like, so the only reason, like with the demons, they're supposed to have 2 horns, but each of them have 1 horn because they're a twin. So they're 2 horns for 1 demon, but because they were born as twins, they separate, and each one has 1 horn. So what I think should have happened, Subaru should have had Ram explain, like, alright, well, if you're an only child and you don't have a sister, why do you only have 1 horn? Well, I guess she doesn't have any horn at this point, but, like, you had a horn. You've never had 2 horns. How come you don't have 2 horns if you don't have a sister? That would have solved that whole problem, I feel like. How does Ram explain only having 1 horn if she's supposed to have 2? Like, twins have only 1 horn each. Like, if she doesn't have a sister, then how come you only have 1 horn? That, like, if he would have brought that up, I feel like that would have solved that whole thing and just added evidence to his point, you know. But whatever. That was a little bit of a plot hole that I noticed. Maybe it's explained better in the light novels, because I'm pretty sure it's based off a light novel. I don't know, but that's just one thing I thought about when watching it. The ending, I'm just gonna skip ahead. The ending was kind of, it was okay. Like, the whole thing, Amelia said that she was pregnant. I was like, what? Even Subaru was like, what? With his baby? And they didn't even, like, do it. Like, how was she pregnant? But then, I don't know if she was just being an idiot and didn't know how that works. Or if, like, she's literally pregnant. Like, I don't even know, like, how that whole thing's gonna go down. Like, I don't know if she was kidding. Or if she was just being stupid, and as usual, because Amelia's an idiot. Or, I don't know. But that was a curveball right there. But Subaru's now a knight now, and yeah, again, I still don't know what Rem's doing. She's just sleeping. Like, and then Roswell's whole thing is freaking stupid. And Beatrice is back now, which is cool, but I really don't like Roswell. He's dumb. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot wrong with season 2, but I felt like the second half, like I said, was sped up a little bit, and it was quite good. In fact, I feel like I'm downplaying how good it was. Like, the second half of the second season was, like, top tier. Like, it was really good. But the first half was just so boring. Coming off, like, I gave season 1 as a whole a 9.6. I freaking loved season 1 of ReZero. I didn't give it a 10, but it's dang close to being a 10 out of 10 anime. Coming off the hype of that first season, the first half of the second season, trash. But then the second half, I feel like, sort of makes up for it. So I'm not going to give it a 9.6. I'm going to give it, like, overall, probably an 8.9 or like a 9. It wasn't terrible. In fact, it was quite good. But you've just got to get through. Like, you can't skip because some stuff won't be explained. Like, there's a lot of information in the first half that you need to know for the plot to make sense. But it's just so boring, and you've just got to power through, like, those first 12 episodes, and then it starts to get to, like, season 1 level kind of good. And, yeah, that's kind of my experience with it. Yeah, that's about it, though. That's just my thoughts and, like, all of that. Pretty good, like I said. Not as good as season 1. Like I said, the second half was, like, on par, maybe even a little less than season 1, but what's not making it, it's not on the same level as season 1 just because of that first half. I don't know when they're doing season 3. I heard that it's gonna, like, it'll be a few years, but yeah, I don't know. I just want to see what happens, because Rem's still sleeping, and I don't know if Amelia was being serious about being pregnant or not, so I need to know what happens, like, ASAP. But, and I don't want to be spoiled from the light novels. I just want to watch the show. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it about it. That didn't make any sense. That's going to be about it. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I got another video coming out within the week. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or not. I don't know. We'll just see. But at some point in this week, there'll be another video. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.